Bad Batch Wednesday, folks. Bad Batch Season 3 premiere, 3-episode drop, and the premature reviews, and for those who've already seen the episodes and have been able to share their thoughts online, the pot has been stirring with positivity here, like the best possible things I've heard about the beginning to this season, the way they kick things off. I've never actually filmed Bad Batch reactions. I don't know why I never did. It's not that I didn't like the show. I think I just wanted to go and sit and enjoy it. But with this being the final season here, I couldn't resist. And so for the first time, I'm going to be filming my Bad Batch reactions. And I'm actually going to be doing it with Alex for these first few episodes this premiere here. So this will be a little bit different. I'm going to have a friend, Alex, if you guys don't know. He is one of my co-hosts of the Evil Ewok podcast. You've definitely seen him before here on the channel. We're going to be watching the first 3 episodes here together this evening. Predictions? I have none. I'm just ready to see this play out, ready to just get back at it with the Batch. I've rewatched some of my favorite episodes from season 2 and it just really like clicked with me how much I missed this show, and it's just Star Wars is back, baby! So we're gonna be checking out the premiere, the 3-episode premiere. Strap in, folks. It's gonna be a long night, but we've got this. I'm super excited. Thank you guys for joining us, and let's get into it.
The Empire's here. What did you do?
Oh, I'll get her.
I came to return you to Null Estate.
He's a great negotiator too. You know, like he knows how to like play on people's emotions.
Hunter's going into beast mode. Woo!
Oh, we're getting this episode first. It's gonna be Omega and Crosshair. Oh, sick sound design.
Shuttle 135 to 10 to space. Do you copy? But visibility is limited. You're cleared for landing. We're going down!
They're already phasing out of the clone colors.
Oof.
We have to get moving. There are creatures in this jungle.
Why hasn't the shuttle arrived yet?
He's like, F them. Why'd y'all pick such a treacherous
I like how
planet?
he mutes it. He like mutes it. Like, he's like, ah, no, they're dead. Staring out a window is my strategy. Poor Omega.
How are you feeling today?
Like a prisoner. I want to leave.
It is far safer in here than out there.
She's manipulated.
Right? I don't trust her. This music. Oh my god, he's so devoid of life.
What are they doing?
Ugh. They look so drained.
And now I need to take a blood sample from you
How come I never saw you on Camino?
until Dr. Hemlock took me under his wing. He saw potential in me.
I never knew that I had a sister.
Sister, I don't trust.
She just has like no emotion whatsoever.
Yeah.
Head to the lab. Nalase.
Hemlock did something to her.
So she has free reign right now. Like, she's not necessarily imprisoned entirely.
I feel like a prisoner.
Oof.
I like how he just has commandos instead of just like normal troopers.
Yeah. So much blood, but why?
Thank you, Omega. Your sample was taken.
Emery said it was routine.
Delete.
Why are you discarding it?
We can't recreate you. You're a monster.
Why did they bring me here?
To ensure that I cooperate.
Oh, flip.
The reproduction of the genetic M count.
Oh.
What specimens? You mean the clones?
Not the clone.
How nice.
It's like she's drugged up.
See you reunited. Shall we head to the vault?
He's so maniacal. She seems so, like, yeah, out of it, in a trance.
She's like the same as Emery. Like they feel like they seem like they're like drugged up.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm loving the music though.
Yeah, it's so, like, eerie. Oh. Hello. Oh my god, are they like tracker beasts in case anyone escapes?
The Lurk-a-hound. It looked like Luke's food. You see that?
His little
like
Lunchables.
the little sausages, the little like
Yeah.
sausages.
I betcha. Still won't eat the food, huh? I don't blame you.
Ugh. She's training it. I think she's trying to train this one.
Training the luck beast is my strategy.
Oh, no, don't do this to me. They're making them all like sick.
Like they're taking all their blood and they're not feeding them.
Yeah.
I tried to come earlier, but there are too many guards watching me. Well, how else are we going to plan an escape?
Oh.
Is no we.
Maybe I can convince Emery to help. She's one of us.
You trust too easily.
Man with such steady hands, right? It's now shaking.
Right.
There has to be a way out of here. I'll find it.
This is so dark.
I don't even think we're at the dark part yet.
Yeah. It's just sad.
Dude, she's racking up that water bill though.
Ah, F. She's got the Ray tally going on. They're gonna do a cut to like, she's got thousands on the wall. See, she's saving up. She's stockpiling the food so that she can train him. Oh no, she's just making a doll. Dang, I'm so dumb. That's so effing sad.
Our friends are gonna come.
Oh.
It's been 84 years. What's an M count? Do you know what that means?
Midichlorians? M count. They were talking about that with Grogu and Mandalorian. The
Life
time
forms.
switch. Her hair.
Oh.
She has a ponytail. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is actually so sad. Oh my gosh, this is freaking me out.
They don't even look at each other.
She's smart though. She's not acknowledging. She's making her plan.
I guess we'll see. We'll see what she's plotting, if she's plotting, right?
Yeah. She doesn't seem to be in a hypnotic state yet, like the rest of them, though.
Betcha?
Ugh.
K9, next one!
If her wounds do not heal, the subject will be terminated.
I need to clean your wound for it to get better. Put those teeth away and behave. Maybe I can steal a med kit from the lab and see if there's anything I can use.
Stop. What is your primary objective? Forget the hound. Forget me. Complete the mission. I wouldn't think twice about leaving you behind.
That's a lie.
I'm not giving up, Crosshair. I won't let you either.
Don't risk anything for me.
No.
I belong in here.
None of us belong in here.
You tell him.
This is so... Ugh.
Surprise inspection. Standard procedure. Personal items are forbidden.
No.
Dispose of it.
Don't!
It is for your own good.
No.
That's gonna be the breaking point.
If you do not match or exceed the specimen's original count, it is a failure. I'll have to reconsider the freedoms I've given to your young assistant.
Look at you. You're almost at 100%.
LH-201 has been slated for termination.
What?
Ah. Oh, you girl. Yeah.
Now you need to run away and not come back, okay? I can't go with you yet. I have to get Crosshair first. Go on!
Breaking the rules, I see.
You were gonna terminate her.
Now, some rotation. One of our shuttles crashed. That is not what killed them. No, it was the creatures that roam the jungle.
You don't know she won't survive.
Emotion and sentiment have no place within these walls.
Perhaps I should return Omega to her room.
You brought me here to make Nala say cooperate. She won't work for you if you hurt me.
Your friend in the detention block, however, may not be as fortunate.
Don't hurt Crosshair. He didn't do anything.
I did.
It's like, well, now you told me.
Actions always have consequences. Take her back to her room and restrict her access.
She doesn't even have her toy anymore. This is awful.
You're just a little kid with a little toy.
Go away.
Yes! Spoke too soon. Let's go. Okay, sis.
Betcha.
Dang.
And what an interesting episode. That was like a completely different
Mood.
style.
Yeah.
Like that was a great example of show don't tell. The inner turmoil and emotions. It was.
We know they're doing shiz to the clones.
Yeah.
Like,
but we don't know what it like. We know they're looking for like an M count, recreate a certain M count, but like.
what the flip?
You are guilty of conspiracy against this family. You're dismissed, Captain.
Oh,
Who stands before me next?
Hopefully Sid. Can we throw Sid down there?
Oh, we were so optimistic. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, please let it be Sid.
Oh, okay. They're working for the syndicate.
You'd be dead if my son hadn't convinced me to consider your offer.
You asked for the pike who disgraced your family.
Your willingness to cross the pikes shows how desperate you are. Tell me.
We heard your syndicate had the connections needed to find the Imperial's base.
Oh, phew.
She's like, oh shit, I pressed the wrong button.
But one of our sources came across these coordinates linked to his laboratory. I hope you find who you're looking for.
Honestly, that's kind of a badass look. One horn. That is a really good way to address, though, how desperate they are, truly.
Yeah, they're like, we'll do anything at this point. Oh, text classes.
Oh, shoot. I didn't even see that. Ah, her doll. Oh, my God.
Stormed an Imperial base without backup. Not all of us made it out.
He's got nothing left to lose.
Wrecker better not, like, let them escape
day.
and stay behind.
Somebody's getting sacrificed.
Why do I have a feeling that's going to happen? I feel like that's going to happen.
Yeah. Sounds like rancid Jotaz out here.
What the flip?
Oh no. They destroyed it. If she was here, we don't know if she was.
They did all that for intel. That's wrong.
I mean, they probably have a lot of labs that they just self-sabotage to erase.
Yeah, with the moment there's like things are getting hot. So like, but how long has Mount Tantus been a thing? I feel like it's been a thing for a while now.
Oh, hello.
Freeze! Drop your weapons.
They're regs.
And who are you? They must be 99s.
Effective and effective.
They send you to finish us off?
We're looking for a young girl. She's a clone.
But Mox might know about her. He won't talk to them.
She's part of our squad.
Oh.
Follow our steps and don't touch the vines.
Oh, hello.
Behind you.
Run! Don't fire!
What was that stuff?
Slow the vines. The Empire made it.
So he just like creates crazy shit, and if it backfires, he just blow it up and move to the next thing.
Who are they? Clones.
We're looking for a young girl. She was taken by an Imperial named Hemlock.
But I know Hemlock. One day the Imperial started packing up and shipped out.
Even the clone troopers left us to die.
We can take you to someplace safe. There has to be some intel in that base.
One of the control room panels was still intact during our last scout.
Going near those ruins is a suicide mission.
I'll go with them.
Is that Daniel Logan voicing Mox?
You know that.
Oh, I don't know.
You won't be able to get anything from the console without a power source.
We got that covered.
How long has she been gone?
Too long. But we're not giving up.
You may be defective CTs, but at least you're loyal.
They were like abandoned.
I feel like if they just knew that there were chips in their brains, probably ease a lot of the depression. You know.
Should have seen some.
Got the gear and the power.
There's slither vines everywhere in there. Careful where you step.
It just expands, you know, the universe a little bit more, and the lore about what was going on with the Empire. Whoa.
That was so... Ew!
Let's take this ship and get out of here.
What about Deke? Then we're no better than the troopers who did the same to us. They're risking their lives to find a member of their squad.
Slither vines reach their ship. Our chance to escape is gone.
I didn't think it could smell any worse.
There's the console. Come on.
So many biohazards.
I couldn't tell if that was the sound effects of the gurgling or if that was you. It just sounds like Cat going, "Ah!"
All right. Do your thing, little guy. Something's coming. Something else.
I'm familiar with the system. Give me some time.
What the frick?
Tentacle monster.
Oh, the screeching sounds. Oh, you know! Come on, I was rooting for y'all.
I was top of my class in flight training back on Camino. Where will we go? Anywhere's better than here.
They're gonna throw the gong droid.
Yeah.
How can you run with that thing, dude?
What on... Oh... They're like, hey, we didn't give you the keys.
Grab the cable!
I mean, they could totally have taken it as, oh, well, we called for help, and they went and grabbed the ship and to save us, instead of the possible thought of
True,
leaving them.
actually, true.
You know? Dude!
Oh my god! Ah!
It's a swamp worm!
OMG. Oh my, let's go. Oh god. Y'all are in the splash zone!
Poor swamp monster beast thing.
Swamp Sarlacc. Swamplack.
I like that, the swamplack.
Did they get anything?
Looks like Hemlock transferred his entire base of operations. There was a mention of a sector, but we've got a lot of space to cover. And that's where we're going. Our mission is not over yet.
Oh, chills.
Dude, they've cut to that so many times this episode.
Dang, I really liked that. I liked that.
That was a good episode too.
Yeah, and also just put into perspective like young cadets as well. Like their whole lives were derailed too.
Yeah, like showcasing that, you know, like they were doing it to
Right?
little children.
Yeah, you're bred for all this potential and then it just is taken from you.
It's like their purpose, right?
Yeah.
Had to have your purpose and your reason for existence just taken away. It's like so demoralizing.
So
Shadows
flip.
of Tantalus.
Oh god.
How long has it been? Why did none of us predict that she would be
morning,
captive
Omega.
for so long? That's why her hair was different.
I was telling you.
There is much
Her
to do.
hair
Is that what you
shit.
said?
But this is like months, maybe even a year. She went from a pixie cut to being able to put her hair in a ponytail. That takes a while.
Why are there so many troopers around?
The doctor will inform me if it's necessary.
Emery, a word. An unexpected guest is arriving shortly.
Oh,
Subtle puppy.
As you wish, Doctor.
I will see to them when I return.
Dr. Carr is quite capable of handling such matters.
Listen carefully. If Emery tests your sample, you will be in danger.
Is that why you've been destroying my samples?
Yes. Retrieve my data.
She can barely talk, dude. It's so freaky.
Escape.
that just made me so scared. Oh my god. God. Now's your chance.
What, is she force sensitive or something? What?
I think they're looking for who's got a good M count. That's the whole same process that they were trying to get Grogu too. Like,
Dude, this music is so good.
Did you need something, Omega? See to your task for the day. Are you feeling well? Get some rest.
all she had to do was loiter around to catch a break.
Oh, it was droid fighter sound effects.
Oh.
It's not quite TIE fighters yet.
Oh, F. Oh my god.
Your presence is an honor.
I have been most eager to see the progress.
We have quadrupled our objectives in record time.
I have need of such grand designs. The reason why I am here today.
Project Necromancer.
Oh.
Cloning himself.
All shuttles have been grounded, except the Emperor's.
Oh.
Great. I know a shuttle we can use. It crash landed outside the perimeter back when I first came here. We can contact Hunter and Rico.
Oh my, what the flip?
These specimens are well guarded to ensure they remain viable for testing.
What the frick?
However, I am confident that we will have a successful M-count replication.
Whatever is needed to accomplish this goal, you will have it.
Yes.
Now what?
Double tap.
We'll use the kill chute. We can use Batch's empty kennel.
Omega,
Ah!
you should go back to your room. Come with me, and no one needs to know about this.
I can't do that. You're a clone like us, Emery.
This is for your own good.
Ah! Oh, F. Go.
Okay, well that didn't turn out how I thought it would.
What do you think was going to happen?
Which is good. Well, I thought Emery was going to help him.
Hidden and secure. Your brilliance is a great asset to this empire.
If I am appointed the scientific minister, I would strive to bring unleashed glory.
All in due time.
Omega and prisoner CT-9904 are missing.
Missing?
F. I'm so scared.
It's really close. Keep running. Jesus. Look how close those shields
Oh
were.
my god. Keep going. Get the frick away from there.
What direction is the crash shuttle?
Not sure.
Omega had one of our data pads. They used it to access the chute.
And release the lurkers.
Yeah, exactly what you said they were.
Batcher's still out there, though. She can find them.
Asher's gonna save him.
Perhaps I could...
Return to the lab, Dr. Carr. Curious how your assistant managed to escape this facility.
I have been right by your side.
Secure her in a cell.
Secure her in a cell.
Ah!
I knew that shot was coming.
Oh god. Oh god. How do they stand a chance?
I mean, at least there's a lot of trees and stuff.
Yeah, they've got coverage. Mhm.
Here.
What the frick?
Oh!
Okay, well that... Okay.
Run now, run!
Comms are completely dead. I'm sorry. I thought this would work.
And we're not done yet.
Yes.
Look in and stay alert. We need those prisoners found.
Oh, rats.
We've engaged the prisoners.
Hello.
Hello.
Batcher!
Batcher?
Sick.
Yes, girl! Oh my god, this is so awesome.
what if it wasn't stunned? Oh. Oh, so they're gonna get out, right? And then they're gonna be like, well, we still have tech, and he's the only one that knows how to catch them or stop them.
Oh. What's in your sauce, Omega? What's in your sauce? Uh-oh.
Can't shake him.
I want that ship neutralized.
Stop! Don't shoot them down. It's Omega.
Call them off. We need her alive. A minor setback. We will find her.
Oh, is that where it ends?
Man.
Oh, wow.
What a great first 3 episodes.
Oh,
Frick.
that was so entertaining. Oh, that
and
was
just
so great.
got right to it. Like they're not wasting any time.
This feels like every episode is connected, right? And they're building on something. At least it feels like that so far. I'm really excited to see.
These first 3, though, are very rewatchable. I can't wait to go back. You said it so perfectly. The tone was very different. You know, kind of the fun and games is like over.
Yeah, and like the humor is still there. You know, like they still kept like a hint of, you know,
Right.
the like Omega being a kid, right? They still kept like the humor there and like the dynamic between her and Crosshair. But they didn't overdo it. It didn't feel childish. It felt very natural. It was, man, that was great.
It was
very,
really awesome.
very happy. I think it's going to be that trooper that we saw in the trailer is Tech, and he's the only one that they can rely on to try to actively get. Or do you think
they probably did retrieve? Granted, they did say that they need the specimen alive. They're in a little form of desperation, so willing to let them escape just so that they can keep Omega alive. So, granted, they might have. I wouldn't be shocked. Granted, Crosshair was the first one they got their hands on, but I wouldn't be shocked if they used life-saving measures to revive Tech if they were able to recover him, in order just to get his blood sample and rule him out, and if not, then just turn him into whatever mutant. I don't know.
I feel like Hemlock has been proven time and time again that Clone Force 99 is a force to be reckoned with, because that's the second time now that they've kind of gotten one over on him, and he's not gonna take that lightly. He's gonna do something, and I think it's probably gonna be putting their own brothers against each other somehow. Something.
Yeah,
like
I think
right?
I think now it feeds into their hands if they step 1, let them escape, keep Omega alive, hope that she reunites with Hunter and Wrecker, and then just bring them all in, you know, get them all.
I wonder why Omega has such a high M count though. I wonder why Nalase obviously knew that, right?
And she knew, yeah.
What was the purpose behind making her? Did they explore that in the first couple seasons, like what her purpose was, or was she was just a clone that was female that was different? Like
I think they established in season 1 that she's a
remember,
special case, because I know the buzz was all of us were like, is she force sensitive? You know, that was kind of.
I feel like they're going to probably enter into 3-episode arcs or 4-episode arcs, you know, and it's going to be one of those like we have to wait. You know, I've never wanted a show to follow the Netflix format more than I've wanted Bad Batch, because there's so many times where I'm like, well, this episode didn't do anything, and I'm so curious about what happened 2 episodes ago. Can we please talk about what happened 2 episodes ago?
I feel like this is exactly what we've been wanting to tap into, just some seriousness, and this was dark. Whatever they're doing, Project Necromancer, like that was maybe my favorite part when they revealed whatever was in that tank in that secret lair where they brought Palpatine, but they don't show it. You know, it's like, oh, what does this look like? What could be going on? Yeah. And you know, he even admits, he's like, if anyone else gets wind of this, many people will think this is like an abomination. Like I can only imagine what is behind that, what is in all those tanks.
Yeah, like the stuff that Palpatine probably like oversees and conducts on its own without anyone else that's like in his circle knows about, right? It's just his own personal projects. Like this is so cool to see, right? Because not only is he so involved in so many things, right, and oversees so many like dark things, but this is like a new level of like biomedical research, like nasty, weird, that only he would want to do, right? And he needs to find the right minds to do it. Just like I said, this expands the era so much more, because it's not so much about this person's bad, that person's bad. Now there's like an overarching kind of lore, the complexities of the Empire and the different echelons of the Empire, and who does what in certain areas, and how they're like, this all was happening while we knew about the main A story of, you know, A New Hope. Or it makes it so interesting because just having more lore, knowing that what's happening at this time and during this time frame, but no one knows what's like. We're now getting to see behind the curtain of more of the darker, more sinister projects, and something that I think I've always wanted to see. I think we've talked about this a million times. This is an era where there's so much going on. If we can just explore what the Imperials are doing, what the Empire is doing, what Palpatine's doing, what Vader's doing, what Tarkin's, like what's going on during this period of the Empire's rise to power, it would make it so interesting. And this is like a good example of what I've been wanting to see for so
Yeah.
long in the show, right?
You know, there was they planted a seed. You know, Hemlock definitely has ambitions. He was kind of chirping in Palpy's ear, like, if I become the minister, you know, if you give me a little more power, Minister of Science, you know, he's clearly ambitious and a little more power hungry, trying to climb that totem pole. But I think the leverage here is, as you said, this is the closest confidants in Palpy's circle, like so secretive. You know, if somebody treads too close to the fire, Icarus.
If someone whistle blows, he'll do exactly what he did to Rampart, which was say, I didn't have anything to do with this. That was all him. He's weird. He needs to have his fall guys, right? And I don't think Hemlock is dumb. I feel like he knows that, which is why he's doing everything he possibly can to keep it just between him and Papa Palps, right?
True.
Because if word gets out, he knows he probably has to be the fall guy. And he would probably totally, he just strikes me as the kind of guy that would totally just fall on his own sword for the glory of the Empire. You know, he'd be like, yep, take one for the team. I'll die, right? Because I have to. A scary personality to have. You know, someone
lots of scariness, eerie stuff going on. Let us know if you all want to see us do more of these joint reactions. This was like a little experiment that we haven't done before. So Alex and I watched the 3 episodes consecutively. We just went bam, bam, bam right all the way through because they were obviously incredible, but I just wanted to chime in and do what I usually do and share some of my commentary, some additional thoughts. This first episode was grim. Like, it's actually so wild to me because to come into the premiere, this 3-episode premiere with all of this excitement, and to just immediately be met with like the most grim themes, this eerie, just unnerving, unsettling tone. It was so haunting, and just with this creepiness of whatever they were doing to the clones, whatever it was that was causing them to be so drained. Granted, as we later saw, you know, in episode 3, Crosshair, once he breaks out, once he and Omega make their escape, he's kind of like back at it. He has some energy, he has more life to him than he had whilst he was imprisoned. I guess just taking their blood over and over and over again was depleting them. They're not giving them some donuts and OJ. And also just knowing that most of them are probably in there. Granted, yes, we know that Crosshair got his way there for shooting a lieutenant. It was deserved. I think if Andor is any indicator, the Empire doesn't necessarily look for the most valid reasons to imprison people.
This used to be a 6-month sentence. 6 years.
Yes, we know that Crosshair is in there because he murdered somebody, but I think it's safe to say that a lot of the clones who were in there, being imprisoned, having their blood drawn for these experimentational purposes, or having maybe even worse experiments conducted on them behind the scenes, I think a lot of them probably were in there for stupid reasons, you know, like not just the slightest offenses, if anything. So yes, it was just kind of wild going into this season with so much excitement and just being met with all of that just haunting, absolutely just grim. It felt like just a slap to the face for Omega, and knowing, you know, that she got herself here in order to spare, you know, Hunter and Wrecker, but not knowing what she would have gotten herself into. But she very easily, in those type of circumstances in that facility, as we saw with Crosshair and pretty much any other clone that appeared on screen, she still never lost hope when she very easily could have. And the dynamic with her sister, I think she does partially believe that everything they're doing is for the greater good, is for a better purpose. If she feels any sort of awareness for the evil underbelly of what's going on here, what is actually at play, I think she probably just quells it. She doesn't seem to express outward, you know, disdain for what they're doing. But at the same time, when, you know, Crosshair was first captured and he first wakes up in this facility and Emery's there to greet him, she did give him that warning in season 2, if you just, you know, cooperate, do as you're told, you'll stay alive. So, you know, I think she probably does have some internal conflict that we'll maybe explore later on as we go, especially it'll probably develop now that she's learning Omega, who she clearly has a soft spot for. You know, she brought her back her doll, she was looking out for her when she suspected that she was unwell, so I think she definitely does have a growing soft spot for Omega. And, you know, it was just heartbreaking to see Omega's efforts. She's, you know, Crosshair's like the only family, the only confidant that she truly has left, and to see her, you know, making these efforts to try to just comfort himself and her, you know, to establish never giving up on him and acknowledging that she's gonna work for the both of them to try to get them both out of there. You know, to see Crosshair have to sit there and tell Omega, like, don't think of me, don't even give me any regards, like, to hear him say that to her, at first it hurts because he has been through so freaking much, and you know, it feels like he's emotionally just abandoned his own self. You know, he's put himself through the ringer more than any of the other challenges I think he's faced. His biggest obstacle, I think, is just his own having to deal with his own decisions, you know, the weight of all of that. And so to see him after everything he's gone through and still tell the only one person who's there caring about him to forget about him, but then to see Omega, you know, when she was going to release Batcher into the wild. Alright, so in a series of unfortunate events, my file got corrupted after I had already deleted everything, so I'm just gonna do some VO to summarize the remainder of my thoughts from here on out. Anyway, as I was saying, as Omega goes to release Batcher, you know, she has that moment where she realizes that she had to be firm and stern with her in order to get her to go, and I just think the full circle message there that hopefully she realized, I mean, maybe I'm misinterpreting, but I think maybe there was a lesson there for Omega to recognize that sometimes when you love and actually do care about something, you have to be harsh with it, you have to let it go, you have to tell it to leave without you, which is exactly what Crosshair was doing. You know, I think hopefully she saw in that moment, because you know, she calls him out when he tells her that he would leave her in a second, that he would ditch her, but I think she knows deep down that sometimes when you care about something, you have to let it go, you have to be firm. My quick thoughts for episode 2, I would watch an entire spin-off series here. This concept with the clones, like the psychological study, I would love to explore this more. Just the psychological toll, which is something I never considered. You know, the destruction of Camino and Topeka City, and yes, season 2 focused a lot on the current climate and threats facing, you know, clones as they're being decommissioned and forced into retirement. And they're all grappling with, what are we supposed to do? We're bred to be soldiers. This is our life. I don't want to retire. And they're feeling very much neglected by the Empire and whatnot, but here's these young cadets and it's like they're neglected just entirely. Like they're abandoned, not just neglected, you know, forgotten, left behind, and they're bred for this one purpose and they don't even get to like live it out. Like your whole purpose in life, your whole goal and ambition just to be completely taken away from you, and that's all you've been raised to know and prepare for. I would totally watch an entire spin-off series about that. I just think that's such an interesting psychological assessment there that I would watch a whole series about that. I just thought it was so cool and something I never even considered. Like, what about the clones who are still in development? What about the kids? What about the young children who've never even like fulfilled their potential yet? What do they do with the rest of their lives? And for episode 3, I'm gonna be completely honest, I was actually really shocked that Crosshair and Omega escaped as quickly as they did. But did they really escape? You know, they made it out, but how safe are they? You know, I think they're closer to danger now than ever, especially now that they know that Omega is such an asset, and I really do think they're going to just wait and hope that she reunites with Hunter and Wrecker so that they can just get them all together under the same net to bring them all back. With Palpatine, though, I think the most intriguing part about all of this with his cloning is that yes, it's pretty ingenious and it makes sense that somebody with this much power and domination and, you know, the chokehold that he has over across the entire galaxy, it makes sense that a person in that position of serious power would want to have their back and would want to have a backup plan in case something were to happen to them. And of course, this is Palpatine we're talking about, you know. I think maybe this is like a wrong interpretation, but I think, you know, it's fueled by a little bit of fear. Yes, it's pretty genius, everything he's doing, all of the science they're putting into it. It's like, yeah, makes sense. If you are a person with such power, you would want to make sure you maybe have some backup. You know, you want to have your own back. You want to hold on to that power as long as you can. But I think it's fueled by a little bit of fear because we know Palpatine, Darth Plagueis the Wise. This dude killed his own master, you know? Like, I think there is inherent fear in wanting to live forever. I don't know, I just think there's some fear there, which I think just really adds some complexity to Palpatine's character. Not that it makes him vulnerable or like weak in any way, shape, or form, but I just feel like it's another layer there of he's going through to all these lengths just to avoid death and have backup in case the time ever comes, you know? Like, that's why he's always one step ahead of, you know, everybody else. He, I think, is just always thinking, always trying to avoid worst case scenarios. So I don't know, maybe that's a totally wrong interpretation, but every snippet of Palpatine that they've approached in this show has been truly phenomenal. The way that they've handled his character, and also just the way that the reactions of those in his circle, you know, when they're in his presence. Hemlock, for example, they've built him to be this incredible antagonist. He's a freaking menace, this dude. He's so terrifying, and Jimmy Simpson, the voice actor, is totally a testament to how just maniacal and and diabolical this guy is. The fact that he's able to conjure all of this and make my blood boil this much and instill this much fear with just his voice talent, truly, like, credit goes to him for how, and of course the writers, but just for how well developed and just sinister and he is as an antagonist. But to then see him, you know, who they've developed to be such a menace, to see him almost like buckle a little bit in Palpatine's presence, you know, learning that they have a surprise visit from the Emperor, making sure everything has to be perfect, you know, it just goes to show that even the scariest, most maniacal antagonists still bow down and revere and maybe fear, you know, Palpatine. But yeah, I thought this was an incredible opening, an incredible first 3 episodes. Sorry that my final files here crapped out, but hopefully this VO will suffice. Let me know if you guys would want to see more joint reactions in the future. It was definitely a lot of fun to do it with him and not just be sitting there alone in my room with my camera and laptop. So thank you, Alex. I had a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed those first few episodes as much as I did. May the Force be with you guys, and I will see you guys again very, very soon. And I swear I will be there in the flesh. I will not be doing VO. Bye, guys.